everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing another booktube video because I've been posting a lot of Halloween content, and that's not some people's cup of tea. They are here to hear the stuff about books, what I'm reading, what I'm liking. So I wanted to break it up a bit and talk to you guys about my anticipated fall reads. So some of these books you will see again on my October and November TBRs, but some of them are just kind of anticipated or ones I'm reading for class, just things that kind of fit the fall mood and are kind of my recommendations to you guys. So some of the books that I'm talking about will be like way down the line, and some of the books that will be on my TBR I'm not going to include in this video so it's not too repetitive, and I'm not including any of the books that I am reading for my September TBR, but I will link that video on a card up here somewhere and down below so you guys can see what I am reading in early fall as opposed to Halloweeny October and then into like harvest season in November. So with that being said, let's get started. The first books I want to dive into this fall are the House of Furies series by Madeline Rue. These are two books that have a very creepy vibe. If you can't tell by the covers, they are psychological thrillers with a little bit of historical fiction, and I believe there is a magic system in here. So I'm not really sure how the magic system works in this or if there is one at all, but just from the covers alone, they give me that eerie, spooky, creepy vibe. So I really want to start this series and get Tomb of Ancients when it comes out in paperback. So I will have the full set of the trilogy. I think it's just a trilogy, but I am not sure. But yeah, I am excited for this, and people have called this like spine tingling, and I think that's the perfect vibe for fall. The next book I want to read is The Girl Who Was Supposed to Die. This is just a quick standalone book. It is a middle grade thriller like kidnapping story by April Henry. I'm currently reading Girl Stolen for my September TBR, but this one will be included in my first ever readathon, which I will talk about more in my October TBR, so I am not going to talk about this too much. But, you know, kidnapping, true crime, it all kind of fits this spooky vibe. The next book I want to pick up is The Hazelwood. I got this one at Target, and it has the beautiful special edition cover. I love the teal and green on this. Again, this is another witchy read. This is by Melissa Albert, and it is the beginning of the series, and I bought this thinking it was a standalone, but now it's a series. So I want to get reading this and get the second one before too many of the books get out and I have to like backtrack too far and figure out what books go where, and too many people's reviews come out and I don't want to read them. So I definitely want to read this as soon as possible. The next book I'm going to read is The Big Clock by Kenneth Fearing. This is actually a book I have to read for one of my classes. I am taking a murder mystery writing class, so I want to get this book read as fast as possible, and you'll see some of the other books I show are for that class as well, but some of them aren't due till December, but I'd rather get them all read when I'm in the mood for kind of like murders and noir type stories, so this is one of them. The next one we have is also from my class, and it is Deep Water by Patricia Highsmith. I think this is also an older book. Like, these are considered like classic works. This one looks newer for sure. This was originally written in 1957. I think it's going to be a very different kind of mystery, but I am excited to read it, and at least for this class I'm needing to read interesting books and not just textbooks. So this one will be getting read this fall. The next book I have is Nightmare Alley. Again, this is for my class, another mystery noir type book, and this one is by William Lindsay Graham. I like that all of these are actually novels because they're written like novel print and not like teeny tiny. So again, for my class, I'll be hopefully reading this. And then the last book for that class is The Expendable Man, which is another like top 100 best mystery novels ever written type book. So I'm excited to get into these and read them and kind of get through them all at once so I can just do my assignments. This last book is going to seem so far out of place compared to the other books I just showed you that are witchy and spooky and focused on that fall vibe, but I want to read Fangirl this fall and make fall my month of expanding my genres. I've been adding so many contemporary books to my list and contemporary romances. Like, I just need something light and fun, and I feel like this will kind of help break up all the spooky, dense sort of stuff. And reading this, I mean, it's like everyone's favorite book, and I just picked it up, so I'm excited to read it. It is the one with the green sprayed edges. But everyone seems to love this book, whoever read it, and I'm excited to get into some contemporary that will carry me through December and the rest of the year after. So that is my entire fall reading recommendations and what I'm going to try and be reading in this season. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope to see you in the next one. And please leave your fall reading recs down below. I would love to add more books to my list. So that is it for me. I will see you guys in the next one.